العزم بدو وحضر كانوا على غصن وسن ناس يشدبها الظهر والطيب يكسونه الطيب.
أهل العزم بدو وحضر كانوا على غيص وسيف ناس يشدبها الظهر والطيب يجزونه بطيب. وفي عيالهم يجنى الثمر ما بين طيار وطبيب ومهندس ينتج فكر ويطور العقل اللبيب.
والنفط يوم
انه ظهر
منهم
على الوقفة نصيب. في العصب أصبح له مقر ويضخ من حب شانبيب.
على الرويس وفي البحر والسفن من فوق الغبيب. وجيوشنا تقدح
ظفر
اليوم المريب.
وتقدم على الموت الحمر وترهي على الوضع الصعيب. منهم مثل سحب المطر والأي محتاج نتيب. واهل الهمم فخر العصر ما حالهم حال عطيب. واهدافنا فوق القمر بالعلم والراي الصويب.
العزم بدو وحضر كانوا على
غيص وسيف يشدبها الظهر والطيب يجزونه بطيب.
Welcome everyone, Peers of Union, your program who invade the most successful story here in UAE. Please welcome to me today Mr. Ahmed Dhamani, the businessman. Welcome, Mr.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on your program.
Thank you so much. Please can you introduce yourself for the all public?
Hi, I'm Ahmed Dhamani. I'm the Managing Director and CEO of Dhamani Jewels Group. Dhamani Jewels started in 1969 internationally, and we moved to Dubai in early 90s, so it's nearly 30 years in UAE. We're the first loose diamond and gemstone company in the region. We started selling gem and diamond to other jewelry companies, other companies around the world. And when we saw the growth in tourism business started in Dubai and UAE, we went to the retail business in 2000. And now we have 15 retail stores in all over UAE, in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, in Ras Al Khaimah, in all important and key locations. Our flagship store is in Dubai Mall, in the main atrium. We are in Burj Al Arab, we are in Mall of Emirates, Mirdif City Center, Emirates Palace, Waldorf Ras Al Khaimah, Nakheel Mall, Atlantis, so on and so forth. And we have many brands under Dhamani Jewels Group. We have Dhamani 1969, which is ultra luxury fine jewelry brand. We make all these pieces in Italy, very unique, one of a kind pieces, which is for important families, for wedding, events, or engagements. We have another brand which is Dhamani Jewels Do Soul, which is Dubai Soul or a Diamond Soul. It's a young millennial brand, and there are a lot of products which is for younger crowd, people who are millennials who want to buy an online, Instagram, on their day-to-day purchase. And we have another brand which is Lavier, which is for high-end gemstones. So typically we are a company who's vertically integrated, from cutting and polishing of stone to making of jewelry and selling to retail. From all point we are doing in Dhamani Jewels Group, and we are honored and proud to be in part of UAE growth and as a UAE brand.
Mr. Ahmed, we want to speak about the beginning, like a businessman, the first step here in UAE. First, why you choose this country?
We were actually in Bangkok before here, and Thailand was one of the biggest gemstone centers those days. We used to come to Dubai and UAE to sell gemstones. When we planned to move it here, we were looking for a place, a base, which is a growth economy, which is in the center of the world, which is very well connected, And Dubai, when UAE was the best place when we decided to make this our headquarter in early 90s, because of the ease of doing business, the government support for the businesses, the proactiveness of industry and the government hand to hand to grow the gem and jewelry industry. And this have really helped us and encouraged us that here we are in this country which is helping the businessmen to grow. So we decided to be here.
Every successful story and work have something challenged from the beginning. So what's the challenge for Mr. Amit?
I think challenges certainly in terms of our industry, it is all about going forward and really finding new and unique ways to have customers excited in the brand. So which is a happy challenge in when you are in Dubai and UAE, you have so many nationalities. So you have to focus which nationality. So we are very, very focused in Emirati customers and the customers from GCC. So we have made a separate division for totally production of jewelry for the GCC nationals along with the UAE nationals, a special team, a special factory, a design and all. But the same we have to do for our other nationalities. So the challenge is to create many more for a Chinese customer group who have a different design taste, for Russian group which have different design taste. That's why you see the 15 branches all carry different products and all are very unique. So it's a challenge, but at the same time pushes us to grow in a new way.
Yeah, you know, Mr. that every businessman need some support from his family, his entourage, some support from anyone who helped you. So who support Mr. Amin?
That's a very interesting question. I'm a second generation jeweler. The company started by my father in 1969 and I joined in 1989, and I'm along supported with my two younger brother, Mr. Rohit and Manish, who are active director in the company. And very interesting, all the wives are involved in business. So my wife Nupur, Rohit wife Preeti and Manish wife Priya, they're all actively involved in business. They are part on business. They are supporting the business in terms of the sales, marketing, designing, branding, and really it's a family business because all of them, they know they want to grow the company, they want to grow the business. So all work hard together, and you see today is a part of the support of our family network to grow the business.
Yeah. Now, Mr. We need to speak about the Dhamani, this brand, this special brand here in UAE. You know, this in UAE you have very concurrence between many companies. So what's special in Dhamani?
When you say about Dhamani, you know, when we started going in jewelry business, we aligned ourselves with the vision of this country, which is UAE, to be the best in everything. So when we started on the journey of brand, we got Fitch from London as our brand strategist, Callison from Seattle as our architectural consultant. And we said, when the big brands in Europe can do fine jewelry, why not a brand from Dubai and UAE? So this gave us an encouragement to focus on the high-end brand. This is where we got the best consultants on the world to support and give ideas together to be in the league of the best brands of the world. So when we say brand, it's a long journey. It's not about 1 or 2 or 3 years. In totality of focus, in terms of training of people, physical spaces, jewelry, design, customer engagement, social media. So we are really working on all the touch points of brands like an international global brand. That's why we see at Dhamani, people look and compare us with the international global brands than the brands from here.
Mr. Amit Dhamani, like a great example of businessman here in UAE. What's your future plan?
Certainly, you know, COVID got everybody to us to really pause, relook, rethink and re-strategize what direction is. And I think it's a very interesting learning we got from COVID that we have to be more digital first. So as a company, we are trying to put our touch point all in digital first. How we can make our all meeting within the company by digital, online meetings with our suppliers, with our factories, how we have ongoing communication, which digital is the first hard, you know, like a base core of the business. And this is actually helping us because now the world is a one country. So if any expertise we need, any uniqueness we need, we can have digitally connected from around the world. And we are pushing our business and brand to be fine jewelry, which is very personalized and unique, at the same time matching it with the digital technology, what you see going on today.
Yeah. Like I said, you're a big businessman here in UAE and a great example. So many people see our program and see for you like a dream to be a businessman like you. What's your motivation message for all these young businessmen and women?
I think my motivation message certainly is that, you know, focus on a vision, have some kind of an outline, but start with first step. many times people, they plan a lot, but they don't start somewhere. But think what is achievable, what is a low hanging fruit, how you can start first step, and then trying to align and change according to the market, the economy, the business, the customer, so on and so forth. If you are focused totally on your vision and the direction you want to go, and you are making sure that you are taking baby steps on a daily basis to see you are aligned to the road, you have to go from this side to that side. Sometimes there will be a deviation, there is changes, but if you are focused and you have a passion and you know the subject, and one thing I said, be open to ask help. I think always it's important that you should look up to mentors, people who are successful in those industries, or people you look up to, your parents, your family, whoever can give some different insight. It's very important, because some experience of the parents who have like 50 years of experience, and some wise word, somebody from your teacher or mentor or businessman can really help you. So yeah, be open-minded, be open to learn, step-by-step process. Start with the journey with the first step.
After this long duration and big experience here in UAE, sure, Mr. Amit Dhamani have some message, some words for the all leaders of UAE.
Oh, certainly. I think we are so thankful of the leadership of UAE. We always say, and I know I've been a speaker at many international conferences and global media channels, I say we as Dhamani, we are just part of the ecosystem, which is the Dubai and UAE. We have grown and we are growing day by day because what the leaders and visionary leaders of this country are doing, we are just part of that ecosystem. They are driving their vision for us for growth. They are pushing the boundaries far and far to say, no, don't be satisfied. Nothing is impossible. And if you see the leaders and certainly their guidance, it's amazing. Every day we wake up and we see, even in the challenging time, they push us to grow. So Dhamani, where you see today, is certainly an example of the ecosystem of UAE, which has helped us to grow, nurture, and go forward. We think where we are today is again a beginning of a bigger journey. We look up to amazing leaders of the country and their guidance, and we are focusing to make us to a better and better company day by day.